Well, let's just see if we can get some good picks for day 46. Who's ready to go see what kind of mischief we can get into today? Well, welcome back everybody. It is old Big Mike back out here. I'm out by the hoopty barn. I got everything turned on in there. And yes, it's after daylight, but it ain't hot yet. So we're going to head and we're going to get something done. And yesterday, I didn't get to this fuel tank, but we're going to do that today. So it's actually, I was looking at it, it's actually pretty solid except for this little spot right here. I got a little fuel tank repair kit. We're going to get on there, but boy, our pickup tube is really nice. I got some screen to go over that. I'm going to build a little sock for it, and we're going to get this thing put back together. Going to weld that end back on there, and we'll see if we can't get us a real fuel tank going. Alright, well, I ain't never used one of these before, but it says that you're supposed to mash the bottom one into the top one until it breaks the seal, and then you knead it together for like a whole minute, and then you spread it in there on your tank on the spot that needs patched. This thing was about twice that long, and I don't need that much, so I'll just cut it to size. Well, bigger than I need, but I'll just cut it down there. You know, ain't no point in putting it all over the place if I don't need to. And well, I'm gonna give this dude a try, because I ain't never done it before, and why not, right? So I got that, and now we're gonna push this back that way. I figure we'll just kind of work it back and forth until we get it figured out and get it where it's supposed to be consistent and all that stuff, and we'll see. It's supposed to be a consistent color and all that business. I reckon it's going to be gray, like JB Weld, you know. I don't know. Imagine it's probably basically the same thing. They just put it in this little package to make it seem cooler or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's any different than the regular stuff. But we're going to give it a go. See if we can't get this dude where it's nice and even and gray, and see if we can't get it to warm up or something. I don't know. You'd think it would get warm with the chemical reaction. Yeah, some of these days, you know, when we ain't got a whole lot of time, at least we can do some of these little things like this. And hoping to get this whole thing done today. I'm going to try and get this thing patched, let it set up, and I'll go work on cutting the straps out from under there, since I busted my straps off of there. I know it's probably been longer than a minute. Ooh, it is getting warm too. Maybe it ain't the same as regular JB Weld, I don't know. 'Cause it's definitely getting warm. Well, she looks like she's good and consistent. And she's all one color. And I think I'm gonna try now, get it all down one end. We'll cut this down. Without cutting the webbing of her fingers. Alright, well, now see here. Ooh-wee. That dude's actually just kind of almost hot. we're gonna spread all that, because I got a lot, it's got a lot of extra because, I mean, it had enough for that whole patch, but obviously if I don't need it all, here what I'll do is I'll just kind of spread it out here. I want to put it on the inside. Oh gosh darn it. Pause for a second, I gotta go get something else. Alright, I got my little metal spatula type thing, because that little stick just got out of control, and well, yeah, this stuff is no freaking joke. It'll get away from you quick. Yeah, that is definitely not the same as regular JB Weld. That sucker is hot. Well, looks like I screwed that one up. Like I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Youch. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. That dude set up way faster than I expected. I mean, like, way faster. And I got it on there, but holy smokes. Wow. Yeah, that's not even a joke there, man. That stuff is nasty. You got to be fast to use this stuff. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Definitely not your typical JB Weld. Well, that was fun. Alright, I'll let it set up and then I'll show you what it is. Alright, so I don't know about the old tank that ever had any kind of fuel sock or anything. Probably not. 1931. Anyway, so this is my idea for my fuel sock. This is a lint trap set. It says prevents lint from clogging your plumbing. It's $1.64. So my plan is I'm going to fold this thing down on itself a couple of times, you know, make a little sock with it, and then I'm going to attach it on that inlet hose, and I'll show you when I get it. Okay, so here is my mess. I got my my patch stuff on there, and yes, it is rough. That stuff got away from me quick. Got my sock on there, just got it hose clamped around the end of the nipple there, and there, well, it ain't perfect, but that'll keep a lot of the bigger stuff if I get any bigger stuff in there. So next we got to move to this end. There, spin this dude around. Now we got to deal with this. Yeah, that dude is pretty toast. And this is one I picked up at the junkyard. Well, I take that back. The parts reclamation facility. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I caught myself. Anyway, I wanted to use this lid. It don't quite fit on here. I might have another old school lid or two. This one looks like a radiator cap, so I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to cut this thing off of here and see if I can't fit this on there. I'll whack this off right there or so, and we'll move on to that spot. Alright, so I cut that dude off, cleaned her up a bit. Cut that ring off around there, that little mounting ring, I guess it would be. One that was holding it in the bed of the truck. And I found this lid on other old tank, and it would almost fit. These tabs are a little bit wider on here. So I took this dude, took my handy dandy little file here, and I filed down the edges in there, and now that dude fits like a charm. So got my little flapper gate in there. I'm just going to leave it in there because why not? And I'm going to just put that dude in there, and I'm going to buzz that sucker in there. So, alright, here we go again. Okay, so sometime later. Alright, I got this dude welded in, and turned out alright. I mean, I'm not the best welder, but I also took the wire brush to this dude, and I mean, I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned up top and bottom, and my other piece there. So, the way I'm going to put this thing back together, I'm not going to try to weld it. This metal's awfully thin, and I don't want pinholes. So what I did was I took a piece of strapping material, and I JB welded it inside the lid that I cut off. Bring it out here in the light where you can see it better. And I had that sitting out there for, well, I don't know, a couple hours while I've been out here working, 2 or 3 hours. And that dude's hard as rock, so she's set up and ready to go. So my plan is I'm gonna put that dude in there, inside there. I'm gonna JB weld that dude in. I'm just gonna put a bunch of JB weld all around that seam, and I'm gonna goosh it out. And then I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take this rust reformer, and then I'm gonna take this undercoating, and then I'm gonna take a picture. So, alright, well, I know it looks like crap. I ran out of the regular spray undercoating, and I thought, well, I had a can of that truck bed coating, and I tried putting it on there, and boy, I tell you what, you can't hardly brush that stuff on. I poured it on there, and I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, it came out like crap. So I'm going to get another can of the undercoating and finish it up. But I mean, it's pretty well dry to the touch. It's yeah. Hold on a second. Let me get her turned over here. Alright, so there she is. Finally, I got this cool little old school gas cap on there. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, she fits good and tight. I'm going to finish cleaning it up a little bit. I don't want to go too much because it's still got to be hoopty. So, but she's got to be functional. And it's getting hot. So, I think I'm done. And appreciate y'all following along again. And do me a favor. If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty cheap. Free as a matter of fact. And hit that notification bell. Share it with your friends. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And leave a comment on there and say, man, that thing looks terrible. But until next time, y'all keep watching. I'm going to keep working.